the Pistol Shrimp. Do the Pistol Shrimp.
Welcome to the Shrimply Good Podcast, the podcast for Pistol Shrimp Baseball. I'm Lucas Burris. Jayce Eustice is here with me as well. And welcome to episode 1 of the 2023 season. Jayce, we're back on the Shrimply Good Podcast. Can you believe it?
Now, it just seems like last season just ended, man. It was a great last season. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but I'm excited, man. Another season of Pistol Shrimp Baseball. Let's do it.
I can't believe we're doing a Shrimply Good Podcast. Can you believe year 3 of the Shrimply Good Podcast?
I know, right?
We are just a cruise machine right now, Jayce. Like, it's just
veterans.
This
at this
is what
point.
we do. Yeah, we're just year 3 of hosting a podcast and doing some Pistol Shrimp Baseball. So we have an exciting episode for you on the Shrimply Good Podcast. It's our 2023 season preview of sorts. You'll probably watching this on a Tuesday. That means we're going to open our season tomorrow. If you're watching a little bit later, maybe before our Friday game, hello, the information is still very relevant to you, but we're kind of framing today's episode on you're going to watch it on Tuesday to prepare yourselves for the opener of the Prospect League season. That is on Wednesday. But for us Pistol Shrimp fans here in the Valley, you're probably thinking more about Friday though, but we're going to kind of tell you why you should pay attention on Wednesday and Thursday as well. But before we do all of that, Jayce, let's talk about what happened in 2022.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to remind everybody of the fantastic season we just had.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great, really from beginning to end. And really after that first season where they kind of went on the run in that second half of that first season, we were expecting big things and we got big things from those Pistol Shrimp here in season 2. Overall, they were 38-21, second best record in all the Prospect League, 20-11 in that first half, 18-10 in the second half. They had a 20-9 record at home. That's what you love to see. And that away record, 18-12, was really pretty much equally as good as well. Second in both the first half and the second half in the Wabash Valley, or the Wabash River, I should say, conference there. So like I mentioned, second best record in the Prospect League overall in that first half. In the second half, they were dominant really from the get-go to the last pitch was thrown. They ended up being the Wabash River Division champions. They defeated Danville in that thrilling game that we called on the road there, 11-10 in Danville. Moving on to the Eastern Conference Championship appearance where they ended up losing to the eventual champion Chillicothe Paints in a game that, a couple pitches goes the other way. They lost 7-4 in that one. Really, that was a really tightly contested ball game as well in that championship.
Yeah, I mean, you said it all. It's just that quick. I think we covered all our bases there, Jayce, no pun intended, of, everything you need to know about what just happened last season. As you said at the beginning there, you're just a fantastic season. And that's what manager John Jakovic, that's what these Pistol Shrimp do. They play really good baseball. They're very competitive, a little down that first year in the Valley. We've talked about that pretty often, but this is what we expect from Pistol Shrimp Baseball year in and year out. We're very excited for where this team is going to be this year in 2023. And we'll kind of get to where this team's going to go, but it's hard to, pick and pull exactly what we're expecting here in 2023, because no matter what, I can go through the list of players. You can see all the players on our website and on social media. We announced them all. I can tell you why I think they're all going to be good, but at the end of the day, it's truthful. I can be like, all right, this kid's going to be so good.
No doubt.
So I think the best thing to do is I don't want to focus too much on the players. I think we're really going to get a good look at that in the first few weeks of the season. This team's always a really good second half team as well. That's how we always know these Pistol Shrimp to be. So what I want to talk about is the kind of the exciting stuff as we preview 2023. We're going to move past 2022. It was a great year, but we want to do better as well. We got to make that Prospect League
set the bar high, but keep going. So absolutely.
We got to keep moving up. But let's talk about kind of the exciting things coming to Pistol Shrimp Baseball this year. We've talked about it for a bit, what new things would be coming. We talked about it last year, the renovations that were coming, and now officially it's here. Schweickert Stadium is built. It exists. We are playing on it this season. So that's very exciting. Some of the new stuff at Schweickert Stadium, me and Jayce are a brand new press box. I joked about this a few weeks ago and I quoted on it. I was at a Rotary meeting. And so if any of those Rotary members are listening and they asked me that my most favorite thing, one of my most excited for this year, and I kind of jokingly said it, I was like, I'm kind of excited for air conditioning in a press box because I'm not going to sweat through my shirt as I call a game. And it's kind of like, I would never give up any of the things we did the last 2 seasons, but it's just the little things like that. I'm very excited to, comfortably sit in a chair and not sweat through it.
The amount of people I talked to over the last 2 seasons too, that were surprised to hear that we didn't have air conditioning up there. They're like, oh, what are you complaining about? There's air conditioning up there. I was like, no, we're in a concrete
quite literally hotter than outside. Like exactly. it was not, but we made it work and it was great.
Yes, we did.
but we're very excited for air-conditioned press box and a very nice press box this year. So you'll go to Schweickert Stadium, you'll see that it's elevated on the brand new stadium seating, the brand new concrete concourse that takes your way through, brand new brick wall backstop with netting
Looks
that goes from
great.
dugout to dugout. Safety big up this year. That's exciting for all the fans in attendance. Over 500 seats are sitting there in that section. So really exciting stuff, but some other stuff as well. We got a brand new party patio for group outings. We had a brand new Tanger Roots Brewing Company beer garden that I'm really excited for. That's going to be on one side of the patio. Other side of the patio is that party patio. All that concourse area. We got the same stuff that we usually do, though. Concession stand the same, but new and improved concession stand as well. Big partnership with the Pistol Shrimp and Pepsi. So we're very excited for that one this year. You'll see some new stuff in the concession stand this year. Of course, like I said, mentioned that Tangled Roots partnership. We're still with Star Union Spirits, so you'll see that in the beer garden as well, cruising up some cocktails. We've got all this same exciting stuff that a lot of people loved about the Pistol Shrimp games, those food trucks, those really good beer and those really good drinks and all the stuff that we've always had, but a little better this year, some better conditions, some better stuff for the fans. So that's going to be really exciting this year. But I think me and you, Jayce, might be really excited about another venture that we're able to do on the broadcast side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. On the broadcast side of things, this last season, we kind of ventured out into the Pistol Shrimp radio broadcast. Everybody could hear home and away games. This time we are partnering with 103.9 WLPO. You'll be able to hear all home and away games, obviously on Prospect League TV like you have been, but this time better, more exciting, 103.9 WLPO. You'll be able to hear live both home and away games on your local radios.
Yeah, so nothing's changing on the home side of things other than you'll be able to get our games much easier on the radio, but it's the same thing we did last year. We did every game home and away, but we did streaming for the road games. We did our live streaming. That is gone because Starbuck Media and WLPO has their own streaming. So you can catch our game on your phone, on the web, or on the radio. Super simple. We'll have radios around the ballpark as well. So if you stop by concession, you stop by beer, you stop by merch. I can't remember where the other radios will be, but
they'll be around.
You stop around the ballpark, you'll be able to hear me and Jayce at the games as well as you're standing in line. So hopefully that goes really well as well. But we're really excited for this partnership with WLPO. We're doing every game home and away, all 60. We'll do the playoffs as well when the Pistol Shrimp make it. So we're really excited for this. It's a really good partnership. So support Starbuck Media and all that stuff as well. Really proud of that partnership that we'll be able to do. And you'll hear me and Jayce on home games. You'll hear some other brand new broadcasters as well. We've got 2 new broadcasts coming in, so we'll probably see them on the Shrimply Good podcast at some point. As you know, we wished Dom Liacani farewell as well. So if you're wondering where Dom is, he is off to bigger and better things. Yep. So, yeah, well, bigger and better, not so much. He's in a different market, is what I'll say. He's in a different market. We wish Dom the best, though. So we've got some new young broadcasters coming in this year. Really excited. So you'll hear 4 voices on, radio, TV at some point. So we're really mixing it through. But me and Jayce will continue to do every home game, and you'll get some other, voices on the road and stuff. We're really excited for the broadcast coming out. So for the radio side of things, you don't have to do anything. If you're local, WLPO is where you're going to get your sports.
Just turn it on, man. You
got to keep doing what you're doing. If you're a Pistol Shrimp fan from far wide, if you're a player or a player's family listening, hey, the link's on our website, pistolshrimpbaseball.com as well. So you can easily go there, click, takes you right to the internet stream there. And for Prospect League TV, head to prospectleague.tv and you'll see all the subscription information for that. So create an account, you'll see all that stuff. There's game passes, there are season passes, there are league passes, there's team seasons, and then team league. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. Check it out to watch our games. Our games are going to be really good this year. No offense to anyone else, but
not like we're biased or anything.
Me and Jayce might have a camera in the broadcast booth this year, so
you got to tune in
watch and see what we got. We got some tricks up our sleeve this year, but some really exciting stuff coming on the broadcast side, and like we mentioned before, some really exciting stuff around the ballpark as well, but also some really exciting stuff with our coaching staff, because we're returning everybody that we had last season pretty much. So really excited for manager John Jakovic to return for his technical 5th season with the Shrimp, since the beginning. 4th if you count the, don't count that 2020 year without the Prospect League, but 5th season for John, 5th season for pretty much every coach, because Justin Friday will return as assistant coach. Mark Sheehan will be down as well as pitching coach this year. So it's really exciting for the whole staff to be around this year. So that's that's the returning staff. We announced our coaching staff a little before. I just want to mention that group that's been together for 5 years now is continuing to be together. A lot of the big things we do at Pistol Shrimp Baseball, stability and that kind of things. Our coaching staff continues to be, a big on stability, but also some really exciting things in the prospect league side of things, Jayce, with some new rules. So one, to the average fan might not get you too much, but expanded rosters. That's exciting for a lot of people. One, helps player rest. We're going to have a lot more players at our disposal. 8 more than usual, went from 32 to 40. So exciting on that part, more pitchers to carry. Not as many. It's not a term I use too much, but in the prospect league, we use the term temp players, which are some of the guys you see at the start of the season. You're like, where did they go? Well, they're just guys who were here filling in for a player who wasn't on full time yet with his full time contracts finishing his college season. You're going to see less of those this year because got 40-man roster. So really excited to have kind of a full season of a lot of these guys this year. But a rule that's going to be a little polarizing in the league. I think one of our first polarizing rules in the prospect leagues, we got a zombie runner going on. Shout out to that. I can't remember. I think it's either Blue Jays or Reds, something coined that term. I learned it from shout out Jacob Wise of the Chili Coffee Paints taught me that one. Zombie rule is instead of a ghost runner is the term there, Jayce. It's not a ghost runner. It's a zombie because he's back from the dead. He got out last innings, back from the dead. So in extra innings, we'll do the zombie runner this year to help with a little bit of, making sure that we're not going deep into games. It's more of a player safety and kind of rest rule rather than a pace of play rule, because we're not doing any pace of play rules. That's the most exciting thing as well. No pitch clock, no other thing like that. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it good with baseball. So no pitch clock rules, no nothing in the prospect league, but some new rule changes there as well. But a lot of other new things as well for the Pistol Shrimp, a new division and conference for the Shrimp, Jayce.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll be switching up really from what Pistol Shrimp fans have known the last couple seasons here in the Illinois Valley. They'll be moving from the Eastern Conference to the Western Conference and will now be playing what's called the Great River Division. The other teams in that conference you guys will need to know is the Burlington Bees. Last season finished 20-39. Clinton Lumber Kings, 28-32, and the Quincy Gems, who were 31-29 last year. So kind of just realigning how those kind of divisions go, just teams that are a lot closer, just kind of in location to the Illinois Valley, just teams that we've become really familiar with over the last couple of seasons, played a lot of games against the Bees, Lumber Kings, and Gems, just kind of working to just kind of work a little bit on the travel and things like that, get everything kind of straight and tidied away. So it's going to be some changes there as far as looking at the standings ahead for Pistol Shrimp fans.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing there is it kind of just feels right now. We kind of did a whole league.
Absolutely,
we kind of do a whole league. The whole league realigned. We got 2 new teams. We'll talk about that as well. But 2 new teams, we will face those 2 teams. So the 2 new teams, the Thrillville Thrillbillies and the Jackson Rockabillies, 2 Billies in the league. They face each other on opening day as well. So that's a whole thing we're doing in this
Good luck
league.
to the broadcasters there in that first game.
The Thrillbillies are in Marion, Illinois. Beautiful stadium out there in Marion, Illinois. And another beautiful stadium in Jackson, Tennessee, Jackson Baseball Stadium down there. So 2 very, very beautiful stadiums joining the Prospect League. 2 really exciting teams as well. So we'll play 2 against the Rockabillies, 1 against the Thrillbillies. So that's some exciting stuff we'll do this year with the new teams. Prospect League up to 17 teams this year. Really, really exciting. Now, there's 16 other teams that the Pistol Shrimp can play then, but we'll only play 13 of the 16 teams in the league, which I say only 13. We're playing 13 of the 16 teams in the league. The only ones we won't see, Rex, former division rival. We're not seeing Rex this year. We also won't see Champion City and Johnstown, which we have not played in the 3 seasons we've been here as well. They are in the East. They're out there in the division, which is now Lafayette and Chillicothe out there in that division with those 4 as well. So we'll see the other 2. Chillicothe is going to come here. We have, I think, 4 or 5 games against Lafayette again, formerly in the division. We'll see the Dans, as we always have, not as many games against the Dans, but I think that little bit of rivalry we got going on with the Danville Dans will continue.
No doubt.
But they're on the other side now, so you'll get used to a lot of teams we've seen pretty often. I'd say if you're going to hone in on one of these teams, we play the Lumber Kings a lot. We've gotten very familiar with the Lumber Kings, so we're very friendly with the Lumber Kings. But if you're going to look for somebody, to get into that, we play the Lumber Kings 9 times this year, and we play the Bees 8. So really, those are the teams you're looking at this year in the division. That those games are going to be meaningful. We're going to play them both in the first and the second half, so some really exciting stuff there. And again, we'll play 13 of the 16 other teams in the Prospect League.
It's going to be weird not to see Rex.
No, and I thought the same thing as well. I was going through and I was looking at that, and someone was like, well, I was talking to somebody and I was like, well, I'll be in Terre Haute at some point, and I was like, I won't. I don't.
No?
I don't reach them at any point, which I thought
Yeah.
was weird because we've been there so many times,
Oh yeah.
and seen them so much over the past few seasons. So that's the weird one to me. The other two, that's the normal.
Makes
But
sense. Yeah.
you got to get some other teams in your schedule. I think it's good to mix it up. So I know that we're, hoping to see Johnstown and Champion City at some point as well in the future. So kind of the stuff we're looking at is you're looking to build the schedule in future seasons. But I really enjoy our schedule this year.
Yeah,
And not to
absolutely.
dive too deep into it, we're about to talk about what we're playing this week, but a lot of Wednesday off days, which is kind of exciting to keep a normal off day. We're not at home too much on Sundays. We've really spread out the week. We're home a lot on Thursdays, and of course, the select weekend games that spread around the Prospect League. So I really enjoy the way our schedule panned out this year, and that again takes me
Absolutely.
right into what our schedule looks like in this opening week, Jayce.
Yeah, absolutely. This opening week, as we kind of touched on in the opening, Pistol Shrimp in the first two games of the season will open on the road. So Wednesday, May 31st, that's opening day for Prospect League. They will be at Springfield. That game kicks off at 6:30. Then on Thursday, June 1st, they'll be at Burlington, and as another 6:30 start. But what you guys need to be aware of is those first two home games. I'm sure everybody's just ready to get into Schweickert Stadium, ready to get into Veterans Park, and just be ready to support this Pistol Shrimp. That is Friday, June 2nd versus Burlington, a 7:05 first pitch in that one for our home opener. Then the next day, come right on back, Saturday, June 3rd versus Burlington as well, a 7:05 first pitch. Then on Sunday, they're traveling Sunday, June 4th out to Normal, a 6:00 first pitch. And on Monday, June 5th at Springfield, 6:30 for that one. And then on Tuesday, June 6th, they'll be back home against Springfield once again, 7:05 first pitch. So in that first week, we're seeing 3 home, 4 away. So really good chance, especially with that Friday and Saturday game, to get in front of that home crowd and get a couple of hopefully early season wins against
Yeah,
Burlington.
the really exciting part is those Friday, Saturday opener
Yeah.
games. I'm really excited for how many fans can come out to Schweickert Stadium for those opening 2 games. Some really exciting nights there as well. We'll get to as we talk about what the upcoming theme nights are, and a kind of a balanced schedule as well. Not too prolonged of road trips. We're back and
Yeah.
forth on bus trips for those first few games of the season. Not too long of drives there with Burlington. And that's the first 3 there. And then we'll see Springfield a lot this season as well. So that's what we see there. But yeah, like you said, 3 home games in our first 7. And we'll take you from Wednesday to Tuesday. That's how we're mostly going to do this season because of our Wednesday off days. We're recording this, in preparation for you to see it on a Tuesday. But most of this season, you'll see the Prospect League podcast on a Wednesday. So I'm preparing you for that Wednesday through Tuesday type of schedule. That you'll see because you'll probably see us again here on the Prospect League podcast next Wednesday. So we start the season on a Wednesday and we'll talk about it again the following Wednesday. So that's what that
Absolutely.
schedule looks like as well. But we've got some insider information as well, Jayce. We got to
That's what
let
we
the
do.
people know what's going on. So I asked manager John Jackman, I said, hey, what's going on? Who's going to be starting? And he said, well, let me tell you. And I'm really excited for what our opening day starter is as well. So why don't you tell us, Jayce? I'll let you do the honors of telling us who are going to be our first 3 starters of the season.
Yeah, let's do it. Going off that insider information, that first game, as we mentioned, that's away on Wednesday. We will see a familiar face for the Pistol Shrimp. That is Jason Shanner, who's back with us again this summer. So far this season at North Central College, he's been what he's been his entire career, and that is solid and a really great starting pitcher. 14 games with North Central, 46 and a third innings pitch, a 3.30 ERA, 39 hits, 17 earned runs, 23 walks, 42 strikeouts. Now entering his 5th year with the Pistol Shrimp, the all-time leader in almost every career pitching category. He is a Pistol Shrimp legend at this point. It only makes sense for him to come in and kick off this season. He also has the single season ERA record with a 2.11 back in 2019. So Jason Shanner last season with the Pistol Shrimp, 3.94 ERA, 45 strikeouts in 13 games with the Shrimp last season. So he's experienced. He knows what it takes to go out there in the Prospect League and to pitch in high stress situations. And you got to feel really good about sending him out there on the mound for your opening day. So Jason Shanner getting that start there on Wednesday, real excited for it. Then on Thursday, the second away game, we will see David Andolina coming into that game. This season with Lehigh University, he's pitched in 5 games, 3 1/3 innings pitched, an inflated 10.8 ERA, but a very low sample size. 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 6 walks, and a couple strikeouts. First season with the Pistol Shrimp coming in for David. He just completed his freshman season at Lehigh, so a very young arm and high school He went to Oak Park River Forest. So he's going to be getting that start there on Thursday. Then for the home opener there on Friday, a familiar face for a lot of people in the area, we're going to see Jared Herzog out there on the mound this season with Rockford University. He has pitched in 11 games, 55 innings pitched, a 4.58 ERA, 61 hits, 28 earned runs, 45 strikeouts. There's 45 walks, 70 strikeouts on the season for him. This will be his second year with the Pistol Shrimp. He had the second most strikeouts in a single season in Pistol Shrimp history in 2022 with 72. He was great last season. Just a couple of starts really kind of inflated that ERA, ended up at 4.07 in 16 games for the Shrimp, but he was a workhorse, and he went out there, and every time he was on the mound, gave the Pistol Shrimp a chance to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Three really good guys, we're starting off this season with. So Wednesday, Shanner, Thursday, Andola, and then Friday, Herzog. So three really good guys as well. Familiar faces there as well. So excited to see Shanner. You're going to want to hear opening day. So remember, 103.9 WLPO. You can, Jason Shanner on the mound. And then we're getting that Thursday game as well, but really excited to come back and do the same thing on Friday with Herzog. So three really good starters this year. That's the insider information we got for you. That is the most season preview you're going to get out of the season preview podcast is those three starters for you.
It's the most we can probably get out of
Say,
John.
that's what I just wanted to give you, just a little bit, just a little taste of what's happening for the Pistol Shrimp here. And who knows, those are the projected as well. So that's just, if you're an opposing coach, watching this, those are the projected starters. I'm not giving you
there's an asterisk on that.
There's not giving you too much insider information, but for the fans, those are the projected starters as well. But really, a lot of you are here for of what's the exciting stuff happening at Schweickert Stadium as we, move towards the end of this podcast. I want to tell you the exciting stuff that you need to know about in the 3 theme nights on the coming 7 days. So the first one is on Friday, of course, South Claw Sam's birthday party presented by Karis. Some exciting stuff there. Local eats, the Doghouse LaSalle, Los Tacos guys, which are new this year. We got a little Mexican coming to the ballpark this year, and Ditto. So 2 familiar faces and a new one, but 3 food trucks coming out to the ballpark on that first game of the season. Tangled Roots Brewing Company will be out. As we mentioned before, they're debuting their brand new Tangled Roots Brewing Company beer garden at the ballpark, but they're also going to be out with some free tastings as well as they have been throughout the last 2 seasons. So be pretty familiar with that, but make sure you check them out as they debut their new beer garden. And then you can also celebrate South Claw Sam's birthday. That's the exciting part. So that night's presented by Karis. Make sure you come out to the ballpark. It's opening night. And I'm going to prepare you, Pistol Shrimp faithful. I think there's going to be a lot of people there. So I'm just going to say doors open.
I want to get there early.
Now let me asterisk this for you. Doors open because we don't have doors to open, but the park opens for business at 5:30, I believe, is the official time we're going with. So just FYI, if you're coming early, there's not going to be too much going on until you get there at 5:30. On Saturday, it's going to be a start time of 6 when you're getting ready to go. And that School's Out for Summer, presented by the law offices of Peter F. Ferracuti. Local eats include Maria's Pizza, Los Tacos guys, and Starve Rock Tropical Snow. So that's new as well. So Maria's, they are back from last year. They've been with us for a few years. Los Tacos guys, again, newer, but they're both nights. And then Starve Rock Tropical Snow is new as well. They're a little more of a dessert side of things. So very similar to the Dittos and what they bring to the table. A little more of a different flavor of what you're looking for out of a food truck there, but some exciting stuff on that Saturday night as well. That's also Schools Out for Summer, like I said. So we'll do the second annual Battle of the Great Schools. Last year's winner, Parkside.
Yep.
I believe they're back. So watch out for them. So that's all on field activities. It's like a field day for school. So if you're coming out to the ballpark as an adult, I'm sorry, you're probably not going to get an on-field activity on Saturday because we're going to focus in on the Schools Out for Summer. We're going to do that Battle of the Grade Schools. We'll take points. We'll do it throughout the night. So really excited for that one as well. And we'll wrap up our first week of theme nights on Tuesday with Country Night presented by 96.5 The Wolf. So we're going to do local eats with Big B Barbecue in the Doghouse LaSalle. Cody Calkins is going to do a pregame concert. That's the big draw for Country Night. So doors open that night at 5. Cody Calkins starts at 5. From 5 to 6, he'll perform right in front of everybody in the stands. So it's pregame concert from Cody Calkins, really good country act in the area, very popular, and also free extreme axe throwing that we've had a few times. They're going to be there more than a few times this year. So come out to the ballpark and see that as well. So 3 really good theme nights. I'll repeat them for you just in case you didn't hear me. So Friday, South Claw Sam's birthday party presented by Karis. Saturday, Schools Out for Summer presented by the law offices of Peter F. Ferracuti. And then Tuesday, Country Night presented by 96.5 The Wolf. So really we're starting You
Some
know, that
heavy
Saturday
hitters.
one's more of a 6 p.m. start. The other ones we're getting started a little further, but that Tuesday one we're getting started early with Cody Calkins. So make sure you get
Yeah.
to the ballpark early, get prepared, get ready to go. We're gonna have some exciting stuff coming to the ballpark this year, Jayce. But I mean, we've covered it, Jayce.
Yeah, it was a lot. It
I
was a
think we
lot.
ran
I mean,
through.
there was obviously a lot of new information to get into, like you said, with really the new facilities that we have to offer for everybody that's going to come out and enjoy Pistol Shrimp baseball and just kind of previewing the season. A lot of heavy hitters, as you mentioned there, with those theme nights just coming out of the gates swinging, and hopefully the Pistol Shrimp on the field are going to be doing the same thing that we're trying to do off the field, and that's come out and get some easy wins at the beginning of the season.
I'm gonna tee it up to you, Jayce, for final thoughts to try to put a bow on our first
Yeah.
Shrimply Good podcast of the year. You know, what is your one thing you're excited for most this year? Don't say the press box. We already covered that. Or what is one thing, you know, you're looking forward to or think's going to happen this year? You know, hot take. What do you got for me?
Yeah.
Wrap up this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking to see the Pistol Shrimp really capitalize on what they did last season. They got a taste of some postseason here in the Illinois Valley, and I think the Illinois Valley wants to get back to the postseason. They had a chance, got that first round win against Danville. Really a highly contested game against, as you mentioned, a team we got a little bit of a rivalry against, and got that win, ended up losing to the eventual champions. I think the Illinois Valley wants to see a Prospect League championship, and I think looking through the roster we have under manager Jackamick, I don't see a reason why they can't do it. They just got to go out there and you know, perform on. I think they want to see a Prospect League championship here in Illinois Valley.
Absolutely. The one thing I got, Jason, I'll wrap it up after my point is everything is the same except it's nicer. So for the Prospect League and the Pistol Shrimp faithful,
Yep.
come on out to the ballpark. If you enjoyed it the past few years, you're going to enjoy it even more this year. Still free general admission courtesy of the city of Peru. We still got our very good new and improved beer garden and beer tent. We got all the merch in the field. We got the concession stand. We got more food trucks than ever this year. We got more theme nights than ever this year. There is just a packed schedule. But the one thing that I want to see from the Pistol Shrimp baseball this year is we have those stadium seats now. And there's about 500, somewhere between 500 and 600 seats there. I want to see every night those seats full. If the Pistol Shrimp faithful in the Illinois Valley prove that you can fill those seats every night. We're dishing it out to you. We're giving you everything you could want,
Absolutely,
including that free general admission. So come on out to the ballpark, fill those seats every night this year. Support the Pistol Shrimp. We're continuing to support the community. We're continuing to reach out to make sure everything's going on, from our big, huge list of sponsors to all the food vendors coming out to all the exciting stuff. Come support us. Any questions, you know, reach out. We're here.
We're here to help, man.
We're here for you. We're here to just give a good family-friendly product in the field. We're really excited for what's going to happen this year. So stop by Schweickert Stadium, Veterans Memorial Park, Peru for our home games this year. So many events. Make sure you check it all out at pistolshrimpbaseball.com. Follow us on social media at Pistol Shrimp Baseball, except Twitter, it's at P Shrimp Baseball. But if you type Pistol Shrimp, it's the same thing. Check us out everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to find us. We got information for you just rolling out. So make sure you do so. But Jayce, I'm putting a bow on it. So I want to thank everybody for joining us here on the Shrimply Good podcast. Hey, that's another plug. I have another podcast. It's Prospect League podcast. You should also check it out. But on the Shrimply Good podcast, I hope to see everyone at the ballpark this week and this season. And remember, if you can't make it to a game, listen live to Pistol Shrimp Radio on 103.9 WLPO, on your phone, on the radio, online, and you can catch every game, me and Jayce, on Prospect League TV. Just go to prospectleague.tv to learn more. Thank you for stopping by episode 1 of the 2023 season of the Shrimply Good podcast. Fear the claw, and we'll see you next time.
Do the Pistol Shrimp. Do the Pistol Shrimp.